Some years ago, I went to a place called Rakai. The Lord sent me to a church. That church was a church of prayer and intercession, but it had become so cold that people could not pray for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Beautiful church. It used to be a small church, very small, and it looked poor but powerful. Someone said poor but powerful. You know, before this church was a small church, looked like poor but was having influence. In the days of its power, when there was AIDS, HIV in Rakai, God used this church to stop that plague. When people were dying, every family were burying, this man of God, God used him to pray and cry to God and intercede and call the name of the Lord that the plague may end. And they saw results. But as they were going on to stop it completely, a group of men came to this church. They came from Korea. They came and said, look, and said, oh, we've seen how you pray. We've seen people getting healed, and people were getting healed from HIV. I'm talking about the peak time of HIV, and people were getting healed. So this group comes from Korea. I don't know even they heard about you, but they could search in the spirit and know there's someone who is stopping this curse. They came to this pastor and said, you know, we want to bless you. We want to build the church. We want to furnish it. We want to give you chairs, sound system. We want to even take you to Korea and visit Korea. They brought the money, built the church. No one knows what happens when they took him to Korea. He returned to church. And one night he was praying in the church. They found him dead. He's dead. They ordained another pastor. One day he was praying in the church in the night. They found him dead. They ordained another pastor. After a few months, he was going to church. He was praying in church in the night. They found him dead. And all of them the same death. They could find their bodies split into two. Some could come in the night and split them. So the believers left the church. The few who remained said, you never spend a night in church praying. Never go to church. So from that moment, prayer that was at 100% went to 0%. No prayer. Lost the fire. The pastors are dead. So the Lord sends me in this church. And I didn't know the history. And they didn't even tell me. So I went, I prayed to say, God has sent me to pray with you. And then after a fellowship in the evening, the pastor who was living nearby the church said, Pastor, we have a room for you here. And I said, the Lord has told me to spend the night in the church.